So there's a girl you've got your eye on, but you're not sure if she feels the same. You're wondering if she's just being nice or if she actually wants you to pay attention to her. Well, you're in the right place. See, a lot of girls, especially the one you're thinking about, actually want the guy to chase them, but they won't always say it out loud. Some are obvious about it, sure, but others keep it subtle, and that makes it tough. Because if you get it wrong and ask her out too soon, she might think you're weird and pull away fast. That's why you need to recognize the signs early on. So let's break them down. 1. She finds reasons to start conversations with you. One of the first signs a girl wants you to notice her is when she keeps finding reasons to talk to you. It might seem random at first. She walks by and says hi, asks you something trivial like the time or what class you're headed to, but trust me, it's intentional. Girls don't usually go out of their way to chat with guys they have no interest in. If she keeps popping up and starting conversations, it's because she's trying to build a connection. Now, not every conversation will be deep or meaningful. Sometimes it'll be casual stuff. But what sets her apart is how she says things. If she uses your name often, that's a powerful clue. When a girl uses your name in conversation, "Hey Jason, how was your weekend?" It means she's being personal. She's not talking to just anybody. She's talking to you. Also, pay attention to the kind of questions she asks. If she starts getting into more personal territory, like your goals, your hobbies, or even what motivates you, it's because she wants to know what makes you tick. She's genuinely curious about you, and she's hoping you'll open up. A girl who's interested will want to separate herself from the crowd. She doesn't want to blend in with every other girl in your life. So these conversations, they're her way of making sure you remember her. It's subtle, but it's strategic. Don't ignore it. Engage back. Let her know you're listening because she's hoping you are. 2. She's always around you. Have you ever noticed a certain girl seems to magically appear everywhere you go? It's like no matter where you are, hallway, cafeteria, gym, or class, she just happens to be there. That's not a coincidence, my friend. That's intentional. When a girl wants you to notice her, she'll find clever, low-key ways to be in your orbit. She's not going to chase you down, but she'll make sure she's within eyesight, hoping you'll take the hint and strike up a conversation. This is what I like to call her version of subtle marketing. Just like a brand puts their product where you'll keep seeing it, she's doing the same. She's not going to throw herself at you, but if she's always nearby, it's because she wants to be noticed. Maybe she chooses the seat near you even when there are plenty of other spots open. Maybe she switches to your class or joins the same club. These aren't random choices. Now you might brush it off and think, maybe it's just coincidence. But if this keeps happening, if she seems to pop up like clockwork, she's trying to get your attention. Her goal is simple: be around you enough for you to start seeing her as part of your daily life. She's hoping you'll smile, say hi, maybe even start looking forward to seeing her. And here's the kicker: if she's putting in that kind of effort, she's hoping you'll meet her halfway. So don't leave her hanging. Say something. Start that conversation. At the very least, acknowledge her presence. Because if she's doing all this and getting nothing in return, she might start thinking you're not interested and pull back. Don't let that chance slip by. 3. She gets physical with you. When a girl starts getting physically close to you, it's more than just casual contact. It's a strong sign she wants your attention. Most women don't go around touching people they're not comfortable with or interested in. So, when she begins tapping your arm during a conversation, brushing past you on purpose, or even letting her hand linger a little longer than usual, those aren't accidents. This physical closeness is her way of breaking that invisible wall between you. It's playful, but it's also intimate. A light tap on your shoulder when she laughs, a soft nudge when you're teasing each other, or the fact that she chooses to sit right next to you even when there's plenty of space. All of these are subtle, nonverbal ways of saying, hey, I'm into you. Now, these touches may seem small, but they mean a lot. Physical contact is one of the most powerful ways to build attraction. And trust me, she knows what she's doing. Girls are very aware of how their body language comes across. If she's choosing to be in your personal space consistently, it's because she feels safe with you, and she wants to feel closer. And if she ever playfully sits on your lap, well, that's not just a signal, that's a neon sign. That's her telling you she's fully comfortable and ready to move things forward, even if she doesn't say it out loud. So when she starts crossing that physical boundary, don't brush it off as nothing. She's giving you the green light. The question is, are you paying attention? 4. She gets jealous. When you're around other girls. Women are naturally territorial when it comes to a guy they're interested in. Even if she hasn't openly said anything, her actions will reveal a lot, especially when other girls are around. If you notice her mood changes when you're talking to or laughing with another woman, that's no accident. She may act like she doesn't care, but deep down, it stings. She might not confront you directly, but she'll start doing things to subtly mark her territory. Maybe she'll ask you questions about that other girl, where you met her, how close you are, if you're interested in her. These questions may come off casual, but they're loaded with meaning. She's trying to figure out if she has competition and how serious that competition is. And here's the interesting part. She might even bring up that girl herself, only to compare the two of them. She'll throw in little remarks like, "She's pretty, but kind of loud, don't you think?" That's her way of planting seeds of doubt and making sure you're seeing her as the better option. This possessiveness doesn't mean she's controlling, it just means she's emotionally invested. She wants to be your focus, and it frustrates her when you give another woman the attention she craves. If you notice this kind of behavior, it's a clear sign she wants you to see her differently. She wants to stand out, and she's afraid someone else might steal your interest before she has the chance to lock it down. 5. She teases you and calls you names. Some girls flirt the way kids do on the playground, by teasing. If she's calling you names like dork, nerd, clown, or even jerk, but she's smiling or laughing when she says it, don't take it personally. That playful teasing, it's her way of breaking the ice and getting your attention. The key is in the tone. If she says these things with a mischievous grin and a glint in her eye, she's trying to get a reaction out of you. She wants to see how you'll respond, maybe even challenge her back. It becomes a game, a light-hearted, flirty back and forth where both of you are testing the waters. Girls do this because it lowers the pressure of being direct. Instead of outright saying, "I like you," she'll poke fun at your outfit, tease you about your laugh, or joke about how you always mess things up. But underneath all that humor is the desire to connect. She's trying to get close without making herself too vulnerable. Now, of course, there's a line. If her teasing feels cold, sarcastic, or mean-spirited, that's different. But if it comes with a smile and a laugh, and she backs it up with other signs of interest, then it's safe to say she's into you. So, the next time she calls you a goofball or makes fun of your playlist, don't get defensive, smile back, give her a little tease in return. That's the spark she's looking for, and if you play along, it might just lead to something real. 6. She laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. Let's be honest, most of us aren't stand-up comedians. We tell jokes that sometimes land and sometimes fall flat. But if there's a girl who laughs at even your worst punchlines like you're the funniest guy in the room, that's a sign she's definitely trying to get your attention. Laughter is more than just a reaction. It's a connection tool. When a girl laughs with you, especially when your jokes aren't even that funny, it means she's invested in the moment. She's not just hearing you, she's tuned into you. She wants you to feel good about yourself because when you do, you're more likely to keep engaging with her. It's also her way of showing you that she enjoys your presence. If she's consistently giggling around you, smiling a lot, or playfully covering her mouth when she laughs, she's giving you green lights all over the place. She's creating a light, fun atmosphere where you feel welcomed and appreciated. Girls know that one of the fastest ways to get a guy to like them is by making him feel funny, capable, and confident. So, when she laughs at your dad jokes or silly impressions, she's actually saying, "I enjoy being around you, and I want you to keep talking to me." Pay attention to when she laughs. If it's only around you and not with others, she's showing you special treatment. And if you compliment her laugh or smile in return, you'll probably see her light up even more. Because in that moment, she knows you noticed. And that's all she was hoping for. 7. Eye contact. that says everything. They say eyes are the windows to the soul, and when it comes to attraction, they might just be the loudest thing she's not saying. If you catch a girl frequently locking eyes with you, holding that gaze a little longer than normal, or quickly looking away when you notice her, she's not just people watching. She wants you to notice her. Eye contact is a powerful, silent communicator, and women are very aware of how effective it is. A lingering look across the room, a soft glance followed by a shy smile, or even repeated eye contact during conversations. All these things are her way of saying, I see you, and I want you to see me too. She's trying to connect without using words. It's subtle, yes, but intentional. Think about it. In a room full of people, she keeps looking at you. That's not random. That's focused attention. And if she does it often, it means you're on her mind. Sometimes she may even use her eyes to test your interest. She'll look at you, wait to see if you notice, and then glance away. If you don't react, she might try again later. But if you return the look, especially with a confident smile or nod, you've just opened the door for something more. Remember, a woman who keeps making eye contact isn't just bored. She's curious, intrigued, maybe even nervous, and most of all, she's hoping you pick up on the message her eyes are sending. So next time your eyes meet hers from across the room, don't just glance away. Hold it. Smile. Let her know you see her too. 8. She's full of energy around you. Have you ever noticed how a girl suddenly becomes more animated when you're around? Her voice gets a little louder, her gestures more expressive, and there's this bounce in her step that wasn't there before. That surge of energy isn't just random excitement, it's her subconscious trying to grab your attention. When a woman likes a guy, her entire demeanor can shift the moment he enters the room. She becomes more talkative, more lively, even a little extra with her laughter or enthusiasm. Why? Because she wants you to see her as fun, exciting, and full of life. She wants you to feel something when you're around her. You'll notice she might talk louder when you're within earshot, especially if she's sharing a funny story or trying to make others laugh. She might exaggerate her expressions, flash her smile more often, and steal glances at you to see if you're watching her. It's all part of the dance. This isn't about being fake. It's about showcasing the best version of herself around the person she's interested in. Just like guys puff up their chests or stand taller when a pretty girl walks by, girls bring their energy up a notch when they're around someone they want to impress. So, if she suddenly seems more bubbly, more engaged, or a little extra when you show up, it's not a coincidence. She's hoping you'll notice her vibrance and find her irresistible. And chances are, if you respond positively, she'll keep turning the charm up even higher. 9. She's always dressed to impress. Here's something you need to understand. When a girl starts putting more thought into how she looks around you, it's rarely just coincidence. Whether it's a sleek ponytail, a carefully picked outfit, or just a little extra effort with makeup. She's doing it to get noticed. By you. Most girls don't dress up just for male attention. In fact, they often do it for themselves or to impress other women. But when it's for a specific guy, it shows up in subtle but meaningful ways. She might start wearing fitted jeans and simple tees that flatter her figure without being over the top. Her hair? Suddenly it's down and flowing, easy for a quick, flirty toss over the shoulder. Her makeup? Light, but just enough to highlight her best features. You'll know she's dressing for you when you notice a shift in her style right around the time you started talking more, or when you're around. Maybe she wears that one scent every time she sees you, or suddenly her nails are always done when you run into her. She's trying to stand out without making it look like she's trying too hard. That effortless beauty look? It's probably not so effortless, but it's intentional, and it's all about making a memorable impression in your mind. So, if you start noticing her style evolving every time you're near, take it as a compliment. She's saying, without words, I care about how you see me. And that alone should tell you she wants to be seen by you and only you. 10. She walks like she's on a runway, just for you. There's something captivating about the way a woman moves when she's trying to get noticed. If she walks past you like she's gliding down a runway, with a little sway in her hips, extra confidence in her step, or a subtle bounce in her movement, chances are that show is for your eyes only. You see, when a girl is into you, even the way she approaches you changes. She's not just walking, she's performing in the most natural and graceful way possible. It might be a soft sway, a purposeful stride, or a little pause when she gets close, just long enough for you to look up and take notice. You'll know it's different because she doesn't act that way with everyone else. Pay attention to how she moves around others versus how she walks toward you. If there's a noticeable difference, more flair, more confidence, more eye contact, that energy is being directed at you like a laser beam. It's her nonverbal way of saying, "Hey, I'm here. Do I have your attention?" And if you respond with a smile or even just a glance, you'll often see her smile too, knowing that her silent message was received. So don't overlook the way she enters a room or how she walks past you. It might seem like nothing, but for her, it's a calculated move. She's making an entrance, hoping you'll notice the effort and appreciate the elegance she's bringing into your space. So let's wrap this up. If you've been unsure whether she's just being polite or genuinely wants you to notice her, now you have 10 strong signs to look for. The truth is, most women aren't going to come right out and say, "Hey, I like you." That's just not how the game is played. Instead, they send signals, subtle, playful, sometimes confusing, and it's up to you to recognize them. Remember, it's not just about what she says, it's about how she says it, how she acts when you're around, how often she's nearby, and the effort she puts into being seen. From the way she talks to you, to how she looks at you, and even how she walks, every detail tells a story. Now don't overanalyze every little thing. But if you're noticing multiple signs from this list, that's your green light. Approach her with confidence. Not arrogance, confidence. Be grounded, be genuine, and most importantly, respect her signals. Because when a woman really wants you to notice her, she won't always say it with words. She'll say it with energy, effort, and emotion. And if you're the kind of man who pays attention, not just to what's said, but to what's felt, you'll stand out from the rest. So if you've seen these signs, don't just stand there. Say something. Make a move. The worst that can happen? You find out the truth. The best? You just met someone who's been waiting for you to notice her all along.